viewers to the Young Innovator Show. Today we have one of the teams from the Samadhan Challenge. For those of you who do not know, Samadhan Challenge was organized by Ministry of Human Resource Development to encourage young innovators and educators to come up with ideas to fight the pandemic. And we have an all-ladies team today from Lady Shri Ram College. Would you like to all introduce yourselves briefly?
Hi guys, I'm Chahak. I'm pursuing BCom Honours from LSR.
So, hi guys, my name is Anshika Garg and I'm also a BCom Honours student from Lady Shri Ram College for Women.
Hi, I'm Subhashri. I'm also a BCom Honours student from Lady Shri Ram College Women and I'm from Chennai.
Hi, I'm Gargi. I'm from Chandigarh and I'm also studying in Lady Shri Ram College of Women.
Let's talk about your idea.
Our product Nudge is a 1x1 inch badge that you can wear on your sleeve or clip onto a wristband or a watch. And basically what it does is that it vibrates every time you touch your face so that you don't, germs or the virus does not go into contact with your mouth or your nose. The second is it vibrates every time you are within 1 meter of others to maintain social distancing. And the third is it vibrates when you're in hotspots or you're near hotspots so that you can avoid the area.
So I'll tell you slightly more about our product. So our product is basically the tracker, like Subhashri mentioned, which connects to your smartphone via Bluetooth. So we have an app called Nudge, which is going to provide you with insights and statistics about how often you touch your face. So the product essentially will vibrate when you touch your face, but the application will give you insights about how many times did you touch your face within a stipulated period of time. And also, it's basically, it creates a Pavlovian response system, which means that when you're getting that nudge on your wrist, the vibration, that sort of like feeds in your mind that it's an action that you don't want to do, right? So it's like a nudge to not perform that action. Another feature of our product is contact tracing. So the government can actually use the application because our product has a GPS and Bluetooth to trace the people who have been in contact with someone who's, say, later detected by the virus. So all those who have been in close contact because of the GPS in our product and the Bluetooth connectivity to the application, the government can actually trace who has been in contact with, say, this person, and contact tracing can be easily facilitated to track someone who has been detected by the virus and who all has he been in contact with.
I see most of you are BCom Honours and thinking of building a device. Anybody out of you who's from the tech?
No, not really.
So how did you come together as a team? What was the idea, thought behind this product and taking part in the competition itself?
So basically, we are in a same class. So we had an entrepreneurship project that is one of the subjects in our curriculum. So we had a project where we have to come up with a B plan. Now, since we had holidays like the midsummer breaks that we have to come up with a product. And we thought that, and after that, this coronavirus spread, this pandemic occurred, due to which we couldn't communicate well with each other regarding the project. So we thought that during this pandemic, it's a high time that we come up with a product which would help us and the general people in at large, so that they can use our product, use the services that we offer through our product, and they can which can reduce the spread of coronavirus further. So out of all of us, like, we are very close friends otherwise also. So we know each other, and like, I'm so used to biting my nails, and other people also, they used to keep touching their face, and we know that these are the primary causes which leads to the spread of viruses from other surfaces onto our hands and then onto our face, to our mouths, and that led to like various diseases. So we thought that why not come up with a product that will help us to that will vibrate or alarms whenever we touch our face, so that we get cautious about this, because this is something that we do unknowingly. This is something that it's not an easy habit to lose. So we initially thought that it's going to be a product which is going to vibrate every time we touch our face, but then we came up with other features, and this is how we came up with the product.
So Gargi, do you talk about the journey? How was that experience of taking part in the whole competition? How did you go about brainstorming on the idea, and what was it as a team? The experience itself.
Basically, just like Anshika said, we started as the entrepreneurship project for our exam. So when we developed this product for that particular thing, it was just like a very basic feature, which was just the vibrating device. now when we participated in this competition, we submitted our idea. So we started brainstorming on more things that the device can actually use. So like Chahek mentioned that it can help in contact tracing. So Bishri talked about how it can help maintain our social distance, especially in hotspot areas. So basically, we kind of gathered the problems that are happening because of corona and the problems that basically lead to the spread of virus, because of which we started brainstorming on the ideas on how we can actually make a product that can cater to different problems faced by people. As in when we moved to the next round, we kind of developed more features, we thought more on it. With the help of our mentors, we kind of just went through it.
Chehek, do you want to talk about the experience of actually taking part, because you're still students and taking part in the competition, which is all India? How was that whole thought? I mean, how was that feeling of taking part in a national level competition?
It was actually very overwhelming because the competition was huge and we were amongst the only, I think we were the only team, we were not from a tech background and we were undergraduate students, so we like compared to educators, researchers, IIT professors. So it was all very overwhelming that they all really liked our idea. Our mentors were always ready to help us. They knew that we weren't from, say, like a tech background, but they were always there to help us with figuring out all the technology behind the product. It was really overwhelming because, again, we're just like 20-year-old girls who are trying to figure out and trying to help the world. One thing we didn't mention is that all 4 of us are actually from different cities. So connecting with the 4 of them, with mentors from different cities, was really a great experience.
Well, that leads me to my next question for Subhashri is, how did you come together? I know these days everybody's online and using probably Zoom technology. So do you want to take us through the journey of how did you talk to each other? What were the means you were using? Were these phone calls, Zoom calls, or they were WhatsApp calls? Do you want to talk about that?
The biggest facilitator of the entire process was Zoom. So in a single day, I can say we've been on Zoom meetings for 10 hours, 8 hours. We used to sit on Zoom together, work together, make the PowerPoint together. So Zoom was the biggest facilitator. Other than that, obviously we had WhatsApp. So we had WhatsApp groups with our mentors. And another platform that we did use was Slack. So Slack was where all the instructions for the competition was given. And that's where we interacted formally with our mentors first before we moved on to WhatsApp and Zoom. But definitely Zoom was the biggest facilitator. And at times the 40-minute meeting duration also got a little irritating because we had to keep starting meetings. Like we started 10, 15 meetings a day. But then yes, without Zoom, we couldn't have done the entire ideation process.
So Anshika, now that the competition is over and like most teams, only few of them could have made it to the last. Not that ideas are bad, it's just that given the parameters or the QRs of the competition, only few could make it. What are you planning to do from here on?
So as mentioned that we are not from tech background. So initially when we started in this competition, we were provided with a lot of mentors. And as Chehek mentioned, like all our mentors were right behind us. They were always there for us whenever we wanted any guidance regarding the tech background. So at least we are now sure that that our product is technically feasible. We are working with a prototype, and since we are not from the tech background again, so we will get in touch with experts. And since we know that it's feasible now, so we'll start working on the prototype, and then soon we'll move on to the funding part, and then we'll do something about it.
Gargi, how's your college or your institution going to help you in your future journey?
Basically, we have Innovation Council in our college, and our professor, Dr. Savita, she was there with us throughout. So she kept us in touch. And she kind of helped us with the features and things that we can add on to it and everything and everywhere. She was there to support us with those things. So I think as far as the support comes from the institution side would be primarily the support that they are there for us, and they can help us get better with maybe getting in touch with technical experts, or maybe helping us find something for fundraising, or just like any kind of support that comes from their side is highly appreciated. So I think in that form, the support comes from the college.
Shubhashri, we also know that there was a voting round, for these competitions. You guys must have gone out, talked to your college, all your friends, other batchmates to come and vote. Can you share that? How did you go about doing that? And how many votes did you get at the end?
Okay, so the voting process was very nerve-wracking because we could see how the other teams ranked up to ours. And initially, we were really stressed because we didn't have as many votes or likes on YouTube as the other videos. But we kept working relentlessly. I can say we would have messaged, called up more than 2,000, 3,000 people, asking them to watch our video and give us feedback. And I think initially we were lagging behind, but after our constant efforts working through the night, throughout the day, the next day we were surprisingly, I think, among the top 10 with regards to views and likes on the video. But we then found out that the selection process wasn't entirely through the number of likes, the number of views. It was a partial amount of weightage to that, and the rest was our idea and how we had implemented it in the video itself.
So, Chehek, working in 4 different corners, all your team members spread out, your mentors spread out, and working 10 hours a day. What was your parents' reaction? I mean, all of you can take it, starting with Chehek.
My parents' reaction was when I got went to the living room was, do you stay in the house? Are you still here? Or no?
So, talking about my side, so my parents were quite overwhelmed because they've never seen me locked in the room for like 5-6 hours continuously and getting out of the room just to have lunch or breakfast or dinner. So when we got selected for like the top 20s, we were quite excited. All of us, we just started calling each other, congratulating that we have made it to top 20s, because we were quite skeptical about the fact that our likes are not as much as the others. Would we make it to top 20, or is it the only deciding factor? Or many questions were bumping in our mind. But like when we made it to the top 20, I told my father, and the result came out like around 11 o'clock or something. So my father and my mother were sleeping. I went to their room and I like kind of told them that we made it to like the top 20. So I had like total support of them throughout. I was that sort of person who was out there with my family, helping my mother in household chores and everything. But on that day, I was like locked in my room, there in that one corner of the room, trying to charge my laptop and my phone alternatively. So that was quite challenging for all of us.
Subhashri, what about you?
Okay, so in my case, my father is actually an engineer from IIT Kharagpur. So when he saw me ideating such a product, he was like, okay, you're embracing the engineer in you. You're not a commerce student entirely. So he was really proud about that fact. And other than that, I think this really gave us motivation during this period, because before this, we were thinking that the lockdown has snatched away our college years from us and we're all sitting at home and we can't meet each other in campus. But this definitely, lit a spark in us, and we wanted to help come away from or win the battle against coronavirus. So I think my parents were very, very proud of the fact that we were participating in this competition.
How important, I know I have to come to Gargi for her reactions. How important was it that during lockdown, you had a competition to prepare for and mind stimulating, and this was like, must have been giving you that rush to go and do it. How important was that?
So in my case, I think it was amazing, because after the competition, I felt like, I have this period right now and I want to make the most of it. So everything that I could not do or I did not have the time to do when I had college, I've started doing now. So this competition definitely helped us in that sense, because before this, we were just thinking about how we're all stuck at home and we can't do what we want. But now I've started looking at the positive side of it and looking at everything that I can do right now, which I could not do before.
Gargi, coming to you, how was your parents' reaction?
Yeah, I think probably it was the only time my parents gave me the permission to wake up late night. So, but they were very proud of me that we were doing something together. And since we're all friends, they were just kind of happy that, like as friends, that we've come up with something that could help people around. And I remember my dad calling relatives like from extended family and telling them to watch the video. And that was like something very overwhelming, because there were people I haven't spoken to in years, but like he took that initiative for me. My mom were calling her friends and all of that. So that was like a very supportive thing, and they were very proud, basically, not just because we made it to top 20 or we couldn't go ahead, but basically that we had this thought of doing something and that we came up with something that could help people around.
Chehek, how important was it during this time of lockdown that you had something to do as a team, individually, which not only kept you busy but also kept you motivated?
For me, yes, of course, it was very important And this competition, again, like Subhashri said, kept us going forward. That, look out at the positive of this scenario and this pandemic entirely. And since that competition, I think I've become more active in looking at, everything from a different perspective, that I can actually make the most of this time rather than just probably cribbing about being stuck inside the house and just with Netflix and like our phones. So I've actually, because of this competition, started to think outside the box and, what all other avenues we can look at while we're sitting inside our houses. And yeah, it was great.
Anshika, do you want to talk about that? How was your experience of using this time during lockdown?
So like our college, we have a very hectic schedule from 9:45 to 5:30. So we always crib about the fact that we don't get the time to do what we otherwise want to do. Like most of our time is going in the college life. So this period, apart from making us a little, lazy in the fact that we are all here, waking up late, sleeping late at night. So this period has given us that time where we can actually and efficiently use our time and channelize our efforts to something which we could have not done because of the paucity of time earlier in our life. And this competition, as both of them mentioned before, this kept us motivated to push ourselves and to exploit our potential to do best and put forward the best out of us.
So what I would like to ask is that I'm sure that not making it to top 3 of Samadhan is not the end of your idea. So how do you plan to take it further and realize it?
So since we have no idea about the technical aspect, but with the help of our mentors, we kind of got the idea that the product is feasible and it's something that can be actually brought to life. So as of now, we're kind of thinking, we've started contacting technical experts and we're kind of just thinking to understand how the product is going to come out to be, starting with the prototype. And apart from that, once we're ready with the technical aspect, I think all that is needed is the funding part. So then maybe we can start looking for investors or something through which we can actually get money for bringing this product.
You also made a mention that your college has innovation cell and entrepreneur cell. Does your college also do any seed funding? And did you discuss with your college management on those lines?
Yeah, so our college has an incubation center both through Innovation Cell and through Entrepreneurship Cell. So they can help us raise funds, but the college itself does not take up seed funding. So they can help us find, angel investors. We even have a project under our Entrepreneurship Cell where we're connected to angel investors to fund our idea. But the college itself does not take up funding of any entrepreneurship projects.
So as they say, the seed funding is usually done by friends, family, and fools. That's what they say. So did you talk to your parents about it, that if they are going to fund it?
So yes, I did talk to my parents, and I think if we have a prototype ready by the time that, before the lockdown is removed or before the pandemic, before the outbreak is controlled, then I think they would be willing to fund us. But then now it all depends on the timeline. So when the product is ready, when the prototype is ready, when we can get it manufactured. And if that's the case, I think all our parents would be more than happy to fund our idea, because through the competition, we've also established the fact that it's something that's necessary and if brought into the market will be bought by the consumers, because we did a demand survey as well. So I think if we do have the technical side covered entirely, our parents would be more than willing to fund us.
Chehek, do you know as to, did you do an analysis as to where was the shortfall that you couldn't make it to the top 3?
I think the biggest shortfall was that we weren't able to technically back every part, every feature of our product. So even when we went to our mentors asking for feedback, they mentioned that, your ideation was great, your product was great, essentially the idea and all our features. We didn't get to talk about all the other features that our application provides. All of that was great, but the only issue here was that neither of us are actually from a tech background. So that is something that's really lacking when we're presenting to a panel who actually willing, who want us to have a prototype ready, and not being from a technical background, of course, leads to our disadvantage that we can't back every feature with, what sort of technical expertise will be required. But apart from that, our mentors have always been there and they've answered all our queries. But I think the reason why we couldn't move was, of course, the lacking of the technical knowledge.
Chehek, would you at some stage would like to bring in another founder into the team, who or she or he is from technical background?
Yes, definitely. I think that is what is exactly required for us as of now, which is why we've been talking to our mentors or looking for someone who's actually, willing to work with us from scratch, because that's what we need, right? But what is required is the technical expertise in the background. We have done a feasibility check. We've spoken to technical experts to know that our product is feasible and it's possible, and all of these technical, these facilities are available to make the product, but we just aren't there yet because that technical expertise is lacking. So of course we will be more than willing to get a founder on board to help us with that aspect.
Subhashri, what kind of support do you need from My Startup TV?
Okay, so I think the biggest thing is that now you've provided us with a platform. So if anybody watches this video, they'll know about our idea. Say somebody who has expertise in human-computer connections or in AI or machine learning. If they watch your video, they'll know that we are a team of girls, we're willing to work and we have an idea, but where we need support is the technical side of it. So I think this definitely gives us an immense amount of exposure. So we hope we'll get leads through this as well, and we can, connect with people who have technical expertise or people who are willing to invest in our idea.
Before we close, do you have any message for young innovators like you?
So I would just want to recommend everyone out there who have a slightest idea in their in their mind and want to try that out, just go for it and take the chance, because you never know where that idea could take you. We never thought that this idea would take us all to this competition and to the further rounds and here at My Startup TV as well. So I would just recommend that every idea, whatever, be it like the smallest one, it's not a waste. You just need to have the passion, and you just have to channelize your efforts so as to make it go forward.
Personal experience, I just want to say that I spent my time of lockdown before this idea came up. I was just watching stuff on Netflix. I was sleeping, I was eating food, and that's all I was doing. So when this idea actually came, I know that there are things that we can actually do. So maybe you can spend your time doing something that you actually want to do and not spend your time sleeping, because now that this idea is here, and we just took I think 2 weeks maybe, and if we're this close, then I think everybody can do it. And apart from that, everybody just stay safe, stay indoors. I think that should be it.
Yeah, Subhashri, do you have any message for young innovators like you?
Yeah, and one more thing I'd like to add to what Anshika and Gargi said was that don't let anything stop you. So we knew we weren't from a technical background, and when we did have this idea, we were a little hesitant because we couldn't prove it initially. But then we decided that we will not let this stop us, and we'll do everything on our side to take it as much, as forward as possible. And I think people should not let anything restrict them, because in the end, if their idea is good, it's always going to work out.
So Chehek, what's your idea to the young innovators out there?
Anshika, Gargi and Subhashri have all covered it really well, and they've summed it up. But yeah, I would again say that don't stop, don't let anything affect you. We never knew we'll come here because, again, we were just four girls discussing what we're supposed to work on for our entrepreneurship project. We never knew that our idea, our faculty would like it so much that, they'll encourage us. Rather, we didn't mention that our faculty encouraged us to send our idea into MHRD. We had no idea we'll get here. So even if you have the slightest, a strike or small idea also, you can actually make it work. Nothing should stop you. We knew it won't be possible for us to create the product, but it didn't stop us from ideating something that wasn't related to our background. Being from a commerce background, we could think of something on the lines of, business, commerce, or something related to that, but we came up with something that was completely unrelated to our field. So don't let anything stop you, even if it's the slightest spark. Again, I think my teammates have clearly very, very well said that. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. It was a pleasure having you all on a Young Innovator Show, and thank you, viewers, for watching.